Our little girl here is she's a little sick and tired. We brought her from over there, and we got to take her back in the house and see if we can nurse her back to health. But I'm going to show you what we have going on in the garden for today. Today is the 20th of May, and what you're looking at here is our so far garden. In other words, this is what we have so far. So this here is our Bok Choy, and here's another Bok Choy. They've already gone to flower. Now the flowers are going to eventually seed, and I can either gather them up or I can let them drop right here to grow more, or I can save those seeds for another planting session. But I'm actually going to harvest both of them. And here's another Bok Choy here. It's not quite ready yet. It's right beside these. Oh, and this, our beautiful Swiss chard. Also over here, the beans are finally coming up. And they're going to come up and they're going to trellis this. And on the other side, I have this wonderful, wonderful sunflower and another sunflower here. More beans, some peas, a squash, and I think it's another squash right there. That's a cucumber, and this here is the cupcake squash. This is a kiwi plant. We've got a lovely tomato here. This is actually growing inside of a little topsoil and chicken manure. Over here, it's a pomegranate right there. Beans right there. Some yams that we never got slips from. A pepper plant. I'm waiting on this Swiss chard to come in. And right here, a lemon plant. I put one of my lemons into the ground. Here's another lemon. And right beside that, I have peas. Because those are also going to trellis up this. Cupcake squash there. There's some beans there. And if you look real close, you'll see those are my grapes. And it has started to vine. Pepper. Tomato there. Then across the other side of the arch, we have a cabbage here growing in a bucket. And this here is my giant radish. Look at that. It's actually beginning to bolt. And so is his friend beside it. I actually have two of them over here. See that radish right there? I have more Swiss chard right there. Some Bok Choy right there. There were also some leeks I had hidden down here, but I don't know where they are. We have a broccoli right here. Another broccoli on the other side. And a broccoli growing right here in this bucket. Over here we have some tomatoes. And some of them are starting to flower. There's also beets and carrots in that bed. There's a cat. These are onions. There's some garlic in there as well, and I need to weed it. We actually planted quite a few things in here, including kale. The kale hasn't come up though, but we have some red Swiss chard right there, and some spinach right here. Behind these, our blueberries are coming in. Over here at Feodora Swing, I have a tomato there. And right here are our raspberries. Hey, it looks like it's happening. There's some weird peas I put down right there. I say weird because sometimes I just randomly drop seeds wherever I can find and then they sprout up. Small broccoli there. And a small broccoli there. I gotta clean this brush out of here. I chopped some trees down. But we got 3 tomatoes. 1, 2, 3. And those over there. Another row of tomatoes. Yet another row of tomatoes. This right here was an old sled I found on the property. I drilled some holes through it, mixed down some dirt, and put radishes and some other things in there. I can't remember. This one right here was the other one I found. I didn't get to that yet. I will. And 3 more tomatoes. There. These are our potatoes. We gotta mound up some dirt and mulch around it. But they are looking mighty, mighty fine. I have peas here and what looks to be a cauliflower. Those right there are actually 2 Brussels, and I'm gonna separate them. And also there's some peas growing, and in this one there's peas and peas right there. There's a pepper. There's a nothing. There's a pepper. This is an eggplant. It already has flea beetles on it. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. These here are some Longhorn Peppers that I started. I'm gonna go ahead and get them down very soon. More seedlings. More seedlings, kind of leggy. Tomato plant. Some peas. Beautiful pepper plant and some peas. There's actually 2 plants in there. I just don't want to separate them. Looks like it already wants to give. And over here, nice strong tomato going there. Follow me over here. I can't really find them now, but there is some peas and beans, also some watermelon. And that lady brought over the chicken to say hi to me. Hey, you feeling better? Still going in the house. I don't like that sneeze of yours. And there is a tomato there with some marigold. The lady's lilies, they came up. And there's a lemon plant right there. Let's see if that grows into a mighty tree, huh? Also beside this bed I have a pepper. Now back over here. We have a pepper here. Actually, there's 2. There's some spinach in here. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. And there were some radishes in there, but they done got so, they bolted on me. And one of my new favorites I fell in love with this year, lamb's ear. If you've ever felt this, consider yourself very fortunate. It's some of the softest stuff I've ever felt in my life. And I heard it spreads, so I wanted to kind of, over the years, take over this area here. But, man, it's just phenomenal. Over here, I have some mighty broccoli. Mighty broccoli. It's just doing very well. Beside that, there's another one. And then beside that, there's another. Oh, and I just noticed there are 2 little pepper plants right there. And over here to our left, there's a beautiful tomato in a tire. I have another one I'm going to put right there. I just haven't brought it in yet, but it's going to go right there. So that brings us over here. Here we have radishes and carrots. Now in my video, if you click right there, you can see it. I made this bed, took my time making a bed, made a little instructional video for y'all to sit back and have your coffee with. But some silly guineas got in here and scratched it all up before we built this little gate around it. And as I can see, they got to most of my seeds. So as for now, we have sparse radishes and sparse carrots. Right here in the middle, I had Feodora plant some corn. Then we mulched it with hay. We watered it in real good. There's nothing in this yet. This is probably going to be Lord knows what. Here we have 2 tomatoes. Back here, we have a sunflower, just like that. We got a bunch of volunteer sunflowers that came up this year, and that's great. We have more sunflower back there. And also, we put down some gourds there too. Coming around to the front, we have a lemon here. Some peaches here. A plum tree that's not going to plum this year. And mind the porch, because we're reconfiguring some things up here. We have chamomile, leftover mint from last year, rosemary, a pepper plant, sage, and oregano. And we got some herbs right there. And all this is a mixture of sweet mint, peppermint, and spearmint. Ginger, lemon, bubble, and aloe. And little mini wax peppers. They're more decorative, but you can eat them if you want. Lemon plant here. This is an avocado. And that's an avocado with a bean in it. I have more avocados to show off later. It's later. This here is the other avocado. Yeah, looks good. This here is another avocado growing beside my lemon. And this is my beautiful lemon tree. Very pretty. And another avocado. I'm doing a video on that soon, and when it goes up, just go ahead and click right there. And you can see my technique for planting that. Some more random seedlings. Swiss chard, lemon, Swiss chard, daisies, nothing, disappointment. Kumquats, right here. I got this at Tractor Supply, and I don't know, just want to see how it's gonna look, huh? But let's go in there and check on that chicken, shall we? All right, well, the little chicken is in. And she's drinking her water. Looks clean. Well, let's just see if we'll keep an eye on her for a couple of days before we put her back outside. And right there we have a turkey, another turkey, and these are just two other hens that hatched. And the little ones can be by themselves. Well, thank you for sticking around and hanging out with me as I showed you all the great things in the garden today. And as always, peace from the Garden of Feodora.